what's going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, especially if you're a college football or a college basketball fan, because that's all we do here. Videos every day. Support Golden Blue Dude through PayPal. And right now, every cent from now until, well, tomorrow goes towards getting Joey to the Slob Olympics. He has to travel all the way from northern West Virginia to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And it's all because I want to give you guys some great footage of it. I'll be headed up there later on this evening. Also, make sure to check out our merchandise store. We have a lot of great stuff over there. We have sandals, we have hats, we have jackets, we have hoodies, we have t-shirts, we have mouse pads, we have backpacks, we have visors, we have things for the ladies, and we have things for the men. And Patreon members get a discount depending on what level of Patreon you choose. I'll leave the link to the store in the description of this video. And today I want to talk about Kansas basketball in the Big 12. And why it's not necessarily a good thing, and why people don't like Kansas in the Big 12. And a lot of people say, well, it's because Kansas is so good. And yeah, that does come with the territory. When you're that dominating, when you're that good, you're not going to be liked. But it kind of goes beyond that. I actually went back and looked at the last 20 years at Kansas basketball, and they're more dominating than I even realized. 02-03 regular season champs, 38, 78.9 winning percent in regular season, number 2 seed in the Big Dance, lost in the national championship to Syracuse. 03-04, 24-9, that's 72.7%. Number 4 seed lost in the Elite 8 to Georgia Tech. What? Yeah, that really happened. 04-05 regular season champs, 23-7, 76.7%. They were a 3 seed in the Big Dance, but lost to Bucknell in the first round. But this was the start of a 14-year stretch where Kansas won straight up, or at least a share of the regular season championship. 05-06, 25-8, that's 75.8%. Tournament champs that year, number 4 seed, but once again lost in the first round to Bradley. 06-07, 33-5, 86.8% winning percentage. Tournament champs, number 1 seed in the Big Dance, but lost in the Elite 8 to UCLA. 07-08, 37-3, that's 92.5% tournament champs. Number 1 seed that year, and they did win the national championship. 08-09, 27-8, 77.1%. Number 3 seed, but lost in the Sweet 16 to Michigan State. 09-10, 33-3, tournament champs. That's 91.7%. Number 1 seed in the Big 12, but lost to Northern Iowa in the second round. 2010 through 2011, 35-3, tournament champs. That's 92.1% winning percentage. Number 1 seed in the Big Dance, but lost to VCU in the Elite 8. 11 through 12, 32-7, 82.1% winning percentage. Number 2 seed in the Big Dance, but lost in the national championship to Kentucky. Hey, at least they got to the national championship that year. 2012 to 2013, 31-6 tournament champs. Is 83.8% winning percentage. Number 1 seed in the Big Dance, but lost in the Sweet 16 to Michigan. 2013 to 2014, 25-10, that's 71.4% winning percentage. Number 2 seed, but lost to Stanford in the second round. 2014 through 2015, 27-9, that's 75 winning percent. Number 2 seed, but lost to Wichita State in the second round. 2015 through 2016, 33-5 tournament champs. That's 86.8% winning percentage. Number 1 seed, but lost to Villanova in the Elite 8. 2016 through 2017, 31-5, 86.1 winning percentage. Number 1 seed again in the Big Dance, but lost to Oregon in the Elite 8. 2017 through 2018, 31-8 tournament champs. That's 79.5% winning percentage. Number 1 seed again in the Big Dance, but lost to Villanova, but in the Final Four. 2018 through 2019, 26-10, 72.2% winning percentage. Number 4 seed lost to Auburn in the second round. 2019 through 2020, 28-3, that's 90.3% winning percentage. They were projected to be a number 1 seed, but of course the Big Dance didn't even happen. Then last year, 2020 through 2021, 21-9, that's 70% winning percentage. Number 3 seed in the Big Dance, but lost to USC in the second round. And then there's this year, 2021 through 2022, 25-6, 80.6% winning percentage. And they are projected to be a number 1 or a number 2 seed in the Big Dance. So that means 9 times they've been a number 1 seed. 4 times they've been a number 2 seed, 3 times they've been a number 3 seed, and 3 times a number 4 seed. And they've never been lower than a number 4 seed in the last 20 years. So tremendous success in the regular season and in the Big 12. But once they get to the Big Dance, they don't usually get that far. 1 national championship and just 3 Final Four appearances. That's not very good when it comes to success in the Big Dance. So the thing is, I think we all feel, if you're not a Kansas fan and you have a team that's in the Big 12, we all feel that Kansas gets the calls. Kansas gets the calls in the Big 12. And winning at the Phog is dang near impossible. Check this out. They have not lost back-to-back home games in the Phog since the 1988-1989 regular season. That is insane. This year, they did lose to Kentucky, but then they turned around and blew out Baylor. When they went on the road to play Baylor, Baylor beat them by 10. And Kansas was in the 1-1 bonus by around the 17-minute mark when they played Baylor at home. That's really fast getting to the bonus. And even this year in the Big 12 tournament, look, I predicted that West Virginia was going to beat Kansas State, and they did. And then I predicted that West Virginia was going to get blown out by Kansas, which they did. We all knew it. Kansas is a much better team than West Virginia. So it wasn't necessary to be biased towards Kansas. The rest, I don't understand why the rest were that biased. Clearly, Kansas didn't need an advantage, and they were super quick on calling technicals on Bob Huggins and tossing him because he was arguing about a foul call. I think the Big 12 refs are still mad at Bob Huggins for that 3 blind mice remark that he made several years ago when we played Kansas in the Fog, and the reffing was atrocious. And the real problem is that's not a rarity. That's actually common. That's actually normal. The refs being that biased towards Kansas is super normal. So basically what happens is Kansas looks like this super elite team in the regular season. Then they get to the big dance and they never do anything. 2 trips to the national championship, 1 national championship, 3 trips to the Final Four, 8 trips to the Elite 8, 10 trips to the Sweet 16, and 8 times they didn't get past the second round, which, you know, that's decent success, but for as elite as they look in the regular season, that's not very good at all. And now Baylor's getting really good, and what happened? They won the national championship last year, and they're a national championship contender this year. I'm not saying Kansas won't win the national championship this year. They're a good team again this year. I just think that during the regular season, they're built up to be this super elite team. Oh, they won 14 straight regular season championships in the Big 12. But what do they have to show for it? 1 national championship and 3 Final Fours in the last 20 years. That's it. So there just needs to be a little bit more consistency when it comes to officiating in the Big 12. And stop trying to pump Kansas up so much only to let down the Big 12 once they get to the big dance. Because that's what Kansas does. They dominate the Big 12 in the regular season, then they turn around and let down the Big 12 in the big dance. And that's why I think Kansas is actually a problem for the Big 12 right now. And by doing that, you're actually stifling the growth of any of these other programs who are up and coming and are trying to be an elite basketball program as well. And right now, Baylor is that program that is elite, and they're trying to be dominant in the Big 12, and they actually just won the national championship. But of course, they go to the Fog, you ain't gonna win there. And I know, Baylor shot horrifically. They did. I thought they were gonna lose that game anyways because of their shooting. But the officiating was horrible in that game as well, and it wasn't even necessary. I mean, Kansas was in the bonus by around the 17-minute mark in the second half. That's barely the start of the second half. And look, I'm not knocking home field advantage or home court advantage. That's supposed to happen. But the home cooking from the refs is another level at the Fog. I mean, come on, it's super obvious. Honestly, I don't know how to fix the problem. I'm just pointing it out. And I'm not really trash talking Kansas. Not at all. You guys are super elite. You recruit at a high level, but the treatment you get from the Big 12 is ridiculous. And the Big 12 basketball tournament is held, Kansas City. So, of course, Kansas has the most fans when the Big 12 tournament occurs. So y'all let me know in the comment section whether you agree with me or not about how the Big 12 treats Kansas and whether you're okay with it or not. I'll always respect your opinion, but I'll always give you my opinion on your opinion. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.